Hello everybody, how you're doing? Hope you're doing well. Have you been following where the elf on the shelf has been? FYI, it could be somewhere, you know. If you've been following it, it's going to be like an ongoing thing for the month of December. So far, you know, this is not what this video is about. It's not going to like an elf on the shelf type video. But this video is going to be about the Doctor Doom arena. Now, there's been some really kind of like huge developments. Now, there was a comment which I saw on today's MCOC news show, and it did interest me because it was like a question like, is this the lowest a featured 6-star has been in the cutoff? And in fact, it's not. If you're not familiar with what's going on, as a lot of you know, the Doctor Doom went into the arena. Bit of a surprise for me because I didn't know that was going to be the case until I think like Thursday when it's going to go live, and then Friday did some arena predictions which were incredibly high. If you follow those predictions, congrats, you got the champion. But the bad news side of things is that you didn't actually need to excessively grind for it. So by the time this video comes out, it should be close to the arenas going live for a second time for the round 2. And the thing is, the cutoff has been very, very low. And as I said, I wanted to investigate this a little bit further because it's interesting to me because like I follow a lot of the times when it comes to like arena stuff and what's going on and things. So it's always very interesting to find like what is the deal. On screen right now is so shout out to Hulk of the Zeo Alliance, and they got 61.65 mil and picked up position 100, which was the 6-star Doctor Doom. That's low. That is ridiculously low. And as I said, like I wanted to do a video looking at, is this one of the lowest 6-star featured? And even worse, because it's like, not even worse, but it's kind of like, and even more consequential. It's like, this is like what, like of the time there's been a 6-star featured arena, this has been one of the lowest. So I wanted to find out like what other champions have been this lowest, and also like figure out why people didn't kind of like grind it. I think the main thing to point out is that I reckon the reason that not many people grinded it is either they, number one, have the champion, because do bear in mind we just had Cyber Weekend, and if you had an extensive amount of units, then basically you could pay to win and get that particular 6-star Doom, which is kind of annoying. But look, if you want to acquire champions, Kabam gave you the means for it. Whether or not you had 18,000 units of free-to-play units or you had 18,000 units that you bought, you know, that's down to like how you play the game. You do you at the end of the day. But I think a lot of people didn't grind it because they were worried about the extensive amount of work they'd have to do in order to pick up the champion. And there were people that did grind. There was people that grinded out. I think it was like 180 mil was for position 11. There was 100 mil got you position like 79 or something. No, 30 mil it got. But yeah, like let's go over the facts. As I said, like the comment that I saw, and I was like, you know what, I want to make a little video on this one. Is like, where do we look at when it comes to cutoffs? Shout out to the people on the Reddit, so the MCOC Reddit, and they do like, I think it's the arena night. There's like a arena history. I'll put a link to this in the description down below. It's always fascinating. As somebody like myself kind of like draws a lot of that data when I'm doing predictions and kind of like figuring out, okay, well, what are we predicting? You know, it's 61, was it 61 mil? 61 mil, and looking at some of the other ones. You know, you've got the Hyperion, 181 mil. You've got Nimrod, 172 mil. Ugh, do we have anything lower? Like Black Widow, the OG Black Widow, 86 mil. Deadly Origin, 79 mil. Okay, so where does this really come on? I mean, we've got here like Ultra, the Selector, right here. So there's a 6-star feature. Was it a Selector as a featured? It must have been. I thought it was a basic. But yeah, 66 mil, 74 mil on the rerun. Symbiote Supreme, 70 mil. And that was back on the 17th of June 2021. So all of this is when the arena went live. These stats and information starts as of, where is it? The Shang-Chi one, which is the 13th of May. So the data, the most interesting data is this is the second lowest first kind of like, if we look at the grand scheme of things, right, from a first entry perspective, like a first week perspective, it is the lowest. Actually, I think it's like, and I'm looking at a thing like, okay, well, week 2 is going to be like a lot lower, but no, actually, like it is a case like it is the second lowest, with like this being the week 1 and week 2. The lowest was Spider-Man stealth suit and a first time round, 41,236,000. Do bear in mind there are some elements of, you know, non-data, so like things that, you know, you just don't know. But it's the most, well, it's the most prevalent. It's probably the go-to, the god tier champion, one of the top rated champions in the game, to go at least the lowest. So it is a massive surprise when it comes to that data. I'm gonna like just quickly, and I might be able to find some more data from my own information I've kind of dug around, may not be submitted to this, to see if that is indeed the case, because this is mad. It's mad. Yeah, I just had a quick look through my data, and I've only got like round 1 stuff, so it's just like, it's a massive surprise. I think this is the point of going like, it would be great if we saw down the line like arenas to be like more like this. I don't think it's ever going to be the case, especially with, you know, a lot of excitement. I really hope Kabam bring back for the winter period the year arenas. These particular arenas are like, you know, yearly based things that you kind of like get a crystal. I wonder if Kabam will bring them back and do a selector. And that's just the thing. These weren't here in 2020. I think they were in 2019, but I don't know if they're going to be here in 2021. But this would be a great opportunity for players to be able to kind of like target specific champions and at least grind for them. But I think because Kabam would probably opt for year-based crystals as opposed to something like this, we won't see it anytime soon. But the great thing about this, and why I'm bringing this to like a point with this video, is that with this particular arena, I love doing the one back in 2014. I did the 2015 one. This was when it was in 2018, 2019. When they did these, is that there was low cutoffs. That's the point I was trying to get to, is low cutoffs, which make it interesting for players rather than have to excessively grind. So I think it was like 15 mil was enough, and I got like a 5-star. Back a couple years ago, that was actually pretty good. Granted, you know, I pick up a 2014 champion in 2015, but still to kind of go like, oh, well, I picked up something for a lot less grind, is why this is interesting. So yeah, it'd be great if Kabam were to bring those back. And as I said, massive surprise when it comes to these arenas. And what are players' thoughts on this? Because this is like a big rarity that we'd see champions go low. I think a lot of people were very pleasantly surprised that they were picking up these champions, or this champion in Dr. Doom, and going like, wow, okay. I don't think with, like I said, the predictions in my MCC news is that I do think it's going to go a lot higher. I don't think it's going to stick around at 61 mil point, and it will surprise people pleasantly about that cutoff. But I'm still going with like the information that you know, I pitched today in my show, which was that look, you know, for a 100 mil is what you're more than likely going to see. I don't know if people will be so scared to grind this time, especially kind of considering what they could get, but it does massively throw off scores if like the round 2 is something like 120 to 150 mil. It just kind of goes like 61 mil to 150 mil. Just doesn't make sense. But it's MCOC and not a lot of other things make sense. In any case, that has been a video. I'm probably going to do something about the celebration event. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what Kabam are going to announce with it. Could be something spicy. Expect a video as the 4th and final video of today before we do a live stream in Cavalier difficulty. And yeah, thanks very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Check out some other content on the screen. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.